Most men over 60 have no idea that the way they drink water, yes, plain water, could be silently sabotaging their testosterone, energy, and bedroom performance. It sounds absurd, but after treating thousands of older men over 3 decades, I can tell you with confidence, the problem isn't always your age, it's your habits. And one of the most overlooked habits is how and when you hydrate. I'm Dr. Ron Peterson, a board-certified urologist and men's health expert, and what I'm about to share may shift everything you thought you knew about your body. In this video, you'll learn how something as simple as mindful hydration can unlock circulation, reignite desire, and help your body remember the strength it once had. Stay with me, because just one small shift in your daily water routine could change everything. Most men over 60 don't realize this, but one of the biggest threats to their energy, testosterone, and bedroom performance is the way they drink water. Yes, plain old water. It sounds ridiculous, I know. How could something so basic have such a powerful impact on something so personal? But after working with thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, I can tell you with complete confidence, the problem isn't always your age, it's your daily habits. And one of the most overlooked? Hydration. Not just whether you drink water, but how, when, and what else you're doing that quietly cancels out all the good. I'm Dr. Ron Peterson, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of clinical experience. I've sat across from men who came to me feeling frustrated, defeated, and convinced that their best days were behind them. Their spark was fading, their energy unpredictable, and they assumed it was just normal aging. But time and again, I've seen that when we correct just one overlooked habit, hydration, everything changes. Because here's the truth most doctors don't talk about. Your erection is not just about hormones or desire. It's a hydraulic event, built on blood flow. And blood? It's over 90% water. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood thickens, your circulation slows, and the systems responsible for drive, confidence, and performance begin to stall. In this video, I'll show you the same principles I've used in my clinic to help real men restore real results, without pills, without hormone therapy, and without shame. You'll discover how simple adjustments in your water routine can restore energy, rebuild confidence, and reignite the parts of you that never actually broke. They just dried up. So if you're ready to feel like yourself again, stay with me. This might be the most important health shift you've never heard of. If you think this part was interesting, just wait until the next one. Walter was 72 years old when he first came to see me. A widower with a sharp mind and a kind face, he wasn't sick. He wasn't on any medications. And yet he sat across from me and quietly said, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." He couldn't quite explain it. His energy was low. His motivation had flatlined. He wasn't depressed, but nothing excited him. Not food, not work, not even intimacy. Like many men, he feared this was just aging. "Maybe I'm just done," he admitted. But something didn't sit right with me. His lab results showed his testosterone was low. Not dangerously low, but clearly below where it should have been. And when I asked about his hydration, he smiled sheepishly and said, "Honestly, probably not much water. I just don't think about it." And it was. You see, most men don't realize that dehydration doesn't just affect energy or thirst. It flips a switch in your body. When water levels drop, even just a little, your body goes into survival mode. That means it prioritizes vital organs and basic life functions. Everything else, libido, testosterone production, muscle building, gets shut down. Why? Because from your body's point of view, reproduction isn't necessary for survival. To make matters worse, dehydration raises your cortisol levels, your primary stress hormone, and cortisol and testosterone don't coexist well. When one rises, the other falls. Think of them like a seesaw. If cortisol is up, testosterone is down. Instead of putting Walter on testosterone therapy, we started with something far simpler: hydration. Slowly, intentionally, consistently. No cold water, no chugging, just steady sipping throughout the day. 4 weeks later, Walter walked into my office with a spark in his eye. "Doc," he said, "I feel awake again." And that, gentlemen, is the hidden power of water, restoring your body's natural balance, one sip at a time. Sound familiar? Drop a 1 in the comments if this is you. When Mike, a retired truck driver in his late 60s, walked into my office, he gave me a look like I was crazy. I had just told him that how he drinks water, not just how much, could be affecting his performance in the bedroom. He laughed. "Doc, it's water. I drink it. What am I supposed to do? Pray over it?" I smiled. "No, Mike, but you are supposed to respect it." Here's the truth. Most men were never taught how to hydrate properly. We're told to drink enough water, but no one ever explains how to do that in a way that supports our hormones, circulation, and energy. So men chug a bottle of ice water when they're thirsty, feel bloated or cold, and think they've done their part. The problem? By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And when you slam a full bottle of cold water in one go, your body doesn't absorb it properly. It rushes through your system, forcing your kidneys to flush out not just excess water, but essential minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium. It's like throwing a bucket of water on a dry sponge. It doesn't soak in, it just runs off. Your body prefers rhythm and consistency, slow, steady sips throughout the day. Room temperature water, drinking while seated. Even letting the water sit in your mouth for a few seconds before swallowing helps your system absorb it more effectively. It might sound odd, but your saliva begins the digestive and absorption process. Mike agreed to try it. No more chugging from the fridge, just mindful hydration. 3 weeks later, he called my office. "Doc, I don't know what kind of magic this is, but I feel stronger. Not just down there, but all over. It's not magic, it's physiology. Hydration done right. If you think this part was interesting, just wait until the next one." Harold was 74, a retired pilot with a sharp mind, strong discipline, and a genuine desire to take care of himself. He had followed all my hydration advice to the letter. He sipped water slowly, avoided cold drinks, sat down while drinking. And yet, something still wasn't right. "Doc," he said during our follow-up, "I feel a little better, but honestly, I was expecting more." So we took a closer look at his day. What we found were a few tiny habits that seemed harmless, but were actually working against all his efforts. First, his morning coffee. Like many men, Harold started his day with a strong cup or two. Later in the evening, he'd enjoy a glass of red wine with dinner. In between, he'd snack on fruit, especially oranges or watermelon, then wash it down with water. Sounds pretty normal, right? But here's the problem. Both caffeine and alcohol are diuretics. That means they actually pull water out of your system, increasing urine output and leaving you more dehydrated than you realize. So while Harold thought he was staying hydrated, his body was constantly in catch-up mode, losing water faster than it could absorb it. Then there's the fruit-water combo. Eating water-rich fruits like melons or grapes and immediately drinking water can dilute your stomach's digestive enzymes, leading to bloating, slower digestion, and poor nutrient absorption. That also impacts how well your body absorbs the water itself. And finally, there's the issue of overhydration. Yes, it's possible. Drinking too much water too quickly can flush out key electrolytes like sodium, magnesium, and potassium, minerals that are essential for nerve function, muscle contractions, and yes, sexual performance. Once Harold made just a few small changes, cutting back slightly on caffeine and wine, drinking water before meals instead of after fruit, and adding a pinch of natural sea salt to his morning glass. Everything clicked. "Doc," he said, "it's like my body finally heard me. I'm not just drinking water anymore, I'm using it." Hydration isn't just about more, it's about smarter. Sound familiar? Drop a 1 in the comments if this is you. One of the most rewarding moments in my work is watching science confirm what my patients have been feeling all along, that when you give your body what it truly needs, it responds. Let's start with something most men don't realize. Even a 2% drop in hydration, barely enough to make you feel thirsty, can already start impairing your memory, reducing reaction time, and lowering your interest in intimacy. That's not theory, that's proven. Hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. It's about keeping every major system in your body running efficiently. When you're properly hydrated, your blood becomes thinner and more fluid, allowing it to circulate more smoothly. That means your heart doesn't have to work as hard. and oxygen and nutrients are delivered more effectively, especially to the parts of your body that matter most in the bedroom. It also impacts your blood pressure. Many older men deal with creeping hypertension, but when you're dehydrated, your blood vessels constrict to conserve fluid, which can raise your blood pressure over time. Rehydrating helps regulate vascular tone, allowing your arteries to relax and flow freely. And then there's nitric oxide, a molecule that's absolutely critical for strong erections. It relaxes blood vessels and allows blood to flow into the penis. Studies show that proper hydration helps boost nitric oxide production naturally. Even simple practices like drinking water first thing in the morning, paired with a few slow nasal breaths, can elevate nitric oxide levels and improve circulation in just days. So no, it's not a stretch to say that water can improve your sex life. It's science, it's blood flow, it's hormone balance, and it's all built on one simple foundation: hydration done right. There's something no one warns you about when you cross 60. Your body stops compensating for your bad habits. Frank, a 67-year-old retired electrician, put it best. He walked into my office and said, "Doc, I feel like someone turned the volume down on my life." That hit me hard, because I've heard variations of that same sentence from hundreds of older men. Frank wasn't doing anything wrong, necessarily. He wasn't drinking alcohol excessively. He wasn't on medication. He didn't have a serious health issue. He had simply let go of one key habit: staying hydrated. In his younger years, skipping a few glasses of water here and there didn't seem to matter. He could bounce back, but now, the cost was clear. Sluggish mornings, foggy thinking, low motivation, and performance issues in the bedroom. You see, after 60, your organs work harder, your circulation slows, your hormone production becomes more sensitive, and your body's ability to retain water naturally decreases. That means even mild dehydration hits harder, faster, and longer. This is where most general advice for elderly falls short. It tells seniors to stay active or eat healthy, but it often overlooks hydration as a core strategy for vitality. In truth, the way you hydrate now carries far more weight than it did decades ago. So what changed for Frank? Not medication, not hormone therapy, just a hydration routine built with intention. Room temperature water, slow sips, no cold gulps, no chugging before bed. Within 3 weeks, he felt sharper, more present, and yes, more confident in the bedroom. "Doc," he told me, "I didn't know how far I'd slipped until I came back to myself." That's the power of hydration. And if you're looking for advice for elderly men to feel like themselves again, it starts with water. Sound familiar? Drop a 1 in the comments if this is you. Greg was 71 when he came back to my office, a few weeks into his hydration plan. He had been doing everything right, sipping water throughout the day, no more cold chugging, staying away from dehydration triggers like caffeine and alcohol. His energy had improved, and so had his mood. But still, something was missing. "Doc," he said, "I feel better, but not quite lit up. It's like I'm 90% there." That's when I introduced him to a simple technique, a 7-second morning ritual I teach all my patients over 60. It's free, takes less than a minute, and taps into one of your body's most powerful natural tools: nitric oxide. Here's how it works. Right after your first glass of room temperature water in the morning, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds, then exhale gently through your nose. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. That's it. This simple breathing pattern does something incredible. It stimulates the release of nitric oxide, a molecule your body produces naturally that helps relax blood vessels and boost circulation. As we age, our nitric oxide levels decline. This is one of the hidden reasons why many older men experience weaker blood flow, even with a strong heart. But through deep nasal breathing, especially first thing in the morning, you can gently wake up your vascular system and enhance oxygen delivery to vital organs, including those involved in intimacy. Greg did it every morning. Within 10 days, he came back smiling. "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but I feel on, like my body switched back online." This habit isn't about breathing. It's about reminding your body it's still alive and still capable. Sometimes the most powerful medicine is already within you. You just have to activate it, one breath at a time. One of the most common things I hear from older patients is, "Doc, I get it. Hydration matters. Just tell me exactly what to do. That's not just a fair request, it's smart. At this stage in life, you don't need vague guidelines. You need structure, rhythm, and results. That's why I've created a simple, science-backed water routine that's helped hundreds of men feel more alive, physically, mentally, and sexually. Here's the daily rhythm I recommend. Morning, upon waking. Drink 1 glass of room temperature water while seated. This gently jumpstarts your metabolism, digestion, and blood flow, without shocking your system. Mid-morning, before 10 a.m. Have a second glass with a pinch of sea salt. This replenishes essential minerals and supports hormonal balance. Lunchtime. Sip 1-2 glasses slowly, again while seated. Avoid drinking too much right after fruit or heavy meals. Afternoon. Add another glass, especially if you've had caffeine, been in the sun, or feel mentally sluggish. Evening. 1 final glass, but stop drinking fluids at least an hour before bed to protect sleep quality and avoid nighttime bathroom trips. Now, why does this matter so much after 60? Because your body no longer absorbs or retains water the way it used to. You need consistency, not quantity. This isn't just hydration, it's precision hydration, tailored for aging physiology. Among the best advice for elderly men I can give, this routine stands out. Simple, powerful, and sustainable. Within weeks, men report better erections, steadier energy, improved mood, clearer focus, and even more restful sleep. The takeaway? You don't need a miracle drug, just a smarter relationship with water, and a routine that respects the way your body works now. Sound familiar? Drop a 1 in the comments if this is you. Over the past 30 years, I've sat across from thousands of men. Men who thought they were broken, washed up, or too old to get their spark back. But time and again, I've seen how the simplest shift, like drinking water the right way, can begin a powerful transformation. You've learned today that water isn't just waste removal, it's fuel. Fuel for your blood, fuel for your hormones, fuel for your strength, your performance, and your identity as a man. We've talked about how even mild dehydration can thicken your blood, raise cortisol, suppress testosterone, and quietly chip away at your energy and drive. You've heard real stories, Jim, Walter, Greg, Frank, who didn't need pills or procedures. They just needed to treat water not as an afterthought, but as a foundation. So if you've been feeling off, slow, or not quite yourself, remember this. You are not broken. You are not done. You are simply dehydrated. And every intentional sip is a step toward getting back to the man you've always been. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming vitality, on your terms. If this video resonated with you, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a brother, a friend, or someone you care about. Because sometimes, what feels like the end is really just the reset. Start simple. Start today. Drink with purpose, live with power, and above all, stay hydrated, stay strong.